to the Mind of Basketball podcast, also known as M.O.B podcast. I'm Evan.
I'm John.
And this is our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from previous games from previous day. How are you this Friday afternoon, John?
That was smooth. That was real smooth. I'm cool. I'm chilling. All right, you're right. I don't know what you're talking about either, but that was smooth. Well, I'm doing good, Ev. I'm doing good.
That's good. I'm doing great as well. I mean, it's another Friday, so any workers out there, any people, I think anybody's in school. Actually, no. I think they are middle schoolers. It's shit like that. Them, high school and all that. But college students shouldn't be in school right now.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it is Friday. The weekend is tomorrow, so let's get through the day, and you have the weekend to enjoy yourself. But as for us, we enjoyed ourselves a lot last night with the games that happened. And of course, we have to start off with the late night game, which was the Mavericks and the Nuggets. This was just a great game. Stars came out. All the stars came out. International stars came out. Luka and Jokic both dropping 38 apiece. Both, I think Jokic might have had a double-double, and Luka was one rebound away from a triple-double.
Yeah.
Just a great back-and-forth game. Every time either the Nuggets or the Mavericks would try to pull away, the opposite team will come back and, keep it close. And that was basically the story of the game, just keeping it close. So where late in the fourth, we'll see who can come up and win the game. Of course, that didn't happen because Luka made a pass to Cleaver to take the lead, and then Jokic made the buzzer-beating jump shot to send it into overtime. But in overtime, the Mavericks were able to close out and pick up the win. Yeah. So, Ja, let me get your thoughts and you see what you think about this game.
Well, the game started off sluggish, you know what I mean? It felt like the real game started like the moment the fourth quarter hit. Basically, the whole second half was basically like the entirety of the game, you could say, in a way, because the first quarter, both teams, well, don't get me wrong, Denver came out with a punch. They did come out with a punch. But then at that point, both teams struggled to, get a true balance. And then you could just see all in the second half, they had their flow, just like what you said. For the crazy thing is, Jokic was in foul trouble.
Yes.
And yet he was able to come back and do what he does. He's the best player on the team, right?
Best big man in the league.
Yeah, and it was just, but that whole second half, especially that fourth quarter / overtime, it was just exchanging buckets. It was just all about exchanging buckets. Both teams just going at it. Maxi Kleber hit some big shots down the stretch. So, and you said the rest. Luka made the dagger, the step back dagger, and then the Nuggets. The Mavs was able to take it in overtime.
I mean, yeah. Going to your earlier point, geez, the game just started off. I mean, they both in the first half, both teams shot under 40% from the field. So that's to show you how the game started off. Once that second half hit, though, it's like it was the new teams. Mm-hmm. They was out there, had a better flow of their offense, hitting their shots, finding open looks, and it was just great offensive basketball in that second half. And as you said, back and forth in that fourth quarter. But I want to talk about the Mavericks real quick. Mm-hmm. It with that final possession that they had, where Luka made that clutch pass. That's some of the things that makes a good player to a great player. Because Luka is obviously the best player on that team and one of the best players in the league. He could have easily went one-on-1 or one-on-2 and took a step back three or a step back jump shot. But no, he saw that Gary Harris is on the right side of him if he was watching the game, because they had double teamed him because nobody wants Luka shooting the ball in the final seconds.
Exactly.
So yeah, they double teamed him and he realized that, picked it up, saw Cleaver, who had a big game. Mm-hmm. I cannot say more. He was just knocking down threes, and he was doing everything. And he had good defense, good help defense, good weak side defense on Jokic to the key block.
Yeah.
And he was doing it all for the Mavericks, a really key factor for them in this win. but back to what I was saying about Luka, he made that pass that he could have just took a 1 or 2 shot, step back 3 or something like that. But that's what makes good players great. Just those things like that. Because it's not always about the clutch. It's not always about the clutch shot. It's about the clutch play.
Exactly.
And he made the clutch play. It just so happened that Jokic came back the next possession and I guess made the same amount of a clutch play.
Speaking of Jokic, and this is the thing, right? I don't think people really highlighted this, but he missed a good amount of free throws down the stretch. And you need to understand, when you're in a situation in a game that close, free throws matter a lot. Free throws going to matter in general, no matter what point in the game, because they could be a deciding factor, no matter if it was earlier or later in the game. And this could have been the Nuggets win if he didn't miss. Like, and I'm not saying, because of course you can't make every shot, but it's just like, those making those 2 free throws instead of like going half from the line means a lot. Because that kind of probably been like the change of the course of the game. That's the reason why I felt like the Mavericks was able to stay so closely, because of the fact that whenever he got to the line, he made 1 out of 2. Don't get me wrong, he still made shots when needed. But it's important to note that those free throws count.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe, I mean, he went 60%, 6 for 10 at the line. Maybe if he went 8 for 10, they might have a better chance of, getting the dub. So I agree with you on that. But Jokic, I'm not gonna criticize him too much on that, because of what he was doing throughout the game. He was coming up big while playing with 4 fouls, still being aggressive with that. Like, that's a hard thing to do, especially in the NBA, when everybody knows that you have those fouls on you, so they're gonna try to force him.
Exactly.
On offense and on defense. And yet he was still able to hit big shots after big shot after big shot. And you always say that Jamal Murray, is their essential closer of this team, but Jokic just keeps reminding everybody that, yes, he's a closer too.
Yeah. And Jamal Murray had some good looks. He just couldn't make them. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. It was mainly Jokic had the ball more than Murray. Didn't take as many shots as
Yeah, as you think he would.
Yeah, but that's not fine. It was Jokic's game, so I'm not really mad at that.
I'm just saying, I'm not going deep on him. But I'm just saying.
I understand what you're saying. But nonetheless, a big win for the Mavericks, being the Nuggets. And maybe, they have 500 now. They've been struggling, the past few games, but maybe this can kind of, get them going. As for the Nuggets, they're 3-5, and they've been up and down throughout the season. So, to me, nothing to worry about. It's only 8 games right now. And with how the scheduling is formatting and how you're playing 2 teams at the same time and all that, it's kind of weird to see. You got to wait.
Yeah, it's going to be
so there's no panic button on the Nuggets. No panic button on the Nuggets. But nonetheless, a really, really big win by the Mavericks, by Luka, and by the rest of the Mavericks team. But all right, to the top of the hour, or to the top of the day, top of the night, which when the Brooklyn Nets hosted the 76ers, and before we actually talk about the game, those Nets jerseys are fire.
Yeah, nah, they are.
Those Nets jerseys are fire. Put up the footage. Jeez. It's making Julius Erving happy.
Oh, yeah. You meet Derek Coleman.
I mean, I couldn't say the court and the jerseys. It was just beautiful.
I tell you, back in New Jersey, it's New Jersey vibes all day.
Yeah, but I'm sad to say we're gonna have to end the podcast short, because I have to actually take off for personal reasons. I actually don't want to say, so I'm just gonna go now.
I really thought you caught me there for a second.
I just don't want to be here, to be honest with you. Like, I don't feel like doing this.
That was smooth, bro. That was smooth.
Of course, I'm talking in reference to about Kyrie for allegedly taking, I guess, a personal day.
Personal reasons. He called out. He ruled out into the last night's game due to personal reasons that I guess he didn't want to get into.
Yeah, I guess. I'm making a joke about it now, but it could have actually been serious. So, so let me, say that just in advance.
Early apology. Just give an early apology.
Yeah, early apology. As of this recording, we don't know why he took that reason. There was rumors, but I don't really care about rumors. I want to wait for the confirmed story of why he took the game out. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, that's just a side story. Let's talk about the main story and how this team, the Brooklyn Nets, without their two superstar players, somehow beat record-wise the best team in the NBA. Now, how did they do it? Well, one, the 76ers looked like they didn't want to be there.
Shake Milton was the only one who looked like he wanted to be there.
And this is so, like, I was really disappointed in how the 76ers played because I picked them, actually both picked them, thinking that Kyrie would be there. Then I found out that Kyrie wasn't going to play. I'm thinking, this should be I know the Brooklyn Nets are going to fight. They play hard because they always play hard. They play hard against the Raptors when they had no incentive to, that was a playoff game. But still, they never gave up. They fought hard, even when they were clearly outmatched against that Raptors team. They came to play every single night, every single playoff game, which is what you're supposed to do. So I knew they was going to come up, but this was just really, really shocking. I did not expect this at all. I mean, they had Joe Harris. I thought I was looking at Ray Allen. I mean, I was just really disappointed in how the 76ers played. Just the lack of energy, the sloppy basketball, the turnovers, like just unforced errors. It was just, it was really upsetting to watch.
Yeah,
especially when what we've been watching from this team so far this year.
And you said it all. Let's know Steph Curry didn't play. He is a valuable.
I mean, yes. Speaking of Steph Curry, I mean, you see his story?
Wait, no, what happened?
He got tested positive for COVID at the start of the game.
Oh yeah. He got ruled out last moment.
That could have been terrible. He probably came in contact with some of the 76ers players.
That's true.
Possibility. And what if he didn't get ruled? That could have been bad.
Scary. Yeah, that could have been a bad look for the NBA. Well, not a really bad look, but just like because
no, that's supposed to be bad. That would have been bad because they have to keep it under control. Yeah, they have to keep it under control. That would have been really bad.
But that's what I'm saying. But let's just be honest here. Like the Nets came out with more energy, and and like the Sixers, they looked like they was building up that energy, and then it just went away. It just went somewhere else. It went south. Karis LeVert, I felt like this was what I was watching. I felt like this was his best all-around game in terms of just him just being so freely and just flowing so well, having the ball in his hands and just doing everything. Like, he was getting to the basket. He was trying to create his own shot. Due to the fact that he was always in attack mode, it gave opportunities to other players to have. Him and Jared Allen had a good connection. He was able to pass out. Like, it was just all those things. It probably doesn't show big time. Look at the stats. But if you watch the game and his execution of play, you could clearly see he was just balling. He was really just balling out.
Yeah, he was doing everything. I feel like his passing, I started to notice how good of a passer he was in that Raptors series, where basically all the Raptors had to do was just guard him.
Yeah.
And that's when I know that's why he had such a bad shooting performance in those games. You look back at it and watch those that first round series against the Raptors, just because all you had to do was watch him out. But if you look at his assists and look at the passes he made, he's a really good passer. And he can make really good plays, not just with scoring the ball. And that's a really underrated feature that he has that can help when KD and Kyrie come back into the lineup, the bench unit.
And look at you pinpointed so well, and I told you this one one of our episodes before. Great, no, I'm not gonna say great, but elite scorers, due to the fact that they're so elite at that talent, it opens up their game so well, in which they could also do other things that people feel like they can't do. And facilitating is one of them. Creating, making other players better and creating better opportunities for them on the floor is like that just because of the fact that the defense is just so pressuring on them. And Karras was able to show that. He was able to show the defense as him being the point guard. The defense is, well, it was barely defense being played, but like the defense of the 76ers, whenever they focused on him, he was able to work around that to help out his teammates.
Yeah, as you said, the defense of the 76ers, because their defense was really bad. I mean, you like Bradley Beal dropped 60 the day before, and come back and you let a Brooklyn Nets team without their two superstars drop 122 points on you. Like, yeah, the Sixers defense hasn't been good recently, but nonetheless, as I said, really disappointed in the Sixers play, but hopefully, actually, no, I think this is just an anomaly. Yeah. This is just one game upset that happens with every team. So
exactly,
hopefully nothing to exaggerate and towards their future and what their goal and what they're trying to build. But as for the Nets, just a great win, showing that even without their best players, they can still compete with the best.
Yeah, is their culture. Is their culture from before KD and Kyrie got there. They still got it intact.
Yep. But all right. Any player performances, any things that you notice around the association from last night? Anything that you want to go over specifically?
I watched the Blazers versus T-Wolves, and let's just be honest. The T-Wolves got smoked. They kept up a good fight, but they got smoked. And the Blazers was just doing what the Blazers do, being a high octane offensive threat. Damian Lillard went off for 39, and shots was just coming out the woodworks, like just firing from everywhere, all over the floor, inside, 3-point, mid-range, attacking the basket. The Blazers just had it going in. But let's not, and outside of that, but let's even how great the Blazers offense was, let's highlight the fact that Anthony Edwards balled out for 26. D'Angelo Russell, he had 26, 27. And they put up a fight, but it just wasn't that good of a fight. They got beat up pretty badly.
Yeah, well, I can't judge the Timberwolves right now until they get Cat back from injury. He's their best player. So I'm waiting for them. They're not a complete team until he gets back. Yeah. Their system relies on him being there.
That's true. That is true.
So that's why I'm sticking away from the Timberwolves and all that, because it's not fair to them as of right now. Maybe if Cat was gonna be out for the season and that they playing with this roster for this entire season, then yeah, but Cat's got to come back.
Yeah.
But until then, yeah, I'm gonna lay off the Timberwolves right now. All right, what I want to go over is Aldridge is back. Oh, and he came up big against the defending champions in a big win against the Lakers from last night. And as I predicted, they had a close game like a few nights ago, I think almost a week ago, in which they lost due to their late fourth quarter play. But I feel like it's just something like, they got Aldridge back and they've been playing good recently. I just felt like they was going to win this game, and I was proven right by them. Aldridge dropped 28, and he was doing it all offensively. That's the Aldridge that I miss when he was playing in Portland. That Aldridge, and when he first got to San Antonio, when he averaged like damn near 40 in that Thunder series. Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. Yeah, that's the Aldridge that I miss, and I feel like sometimes, like in the past, like 2 years, I haven't been getting that.
Yeah.
Or I've been getting it in different spurts.
Yeah.
But not consistently.
Well, because there's a reason why he's been an all-star for the last 2 seasons as that
Well, he wasn't All-Star. 2 seasons ago, he was All-Star.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to go over. A great win by the Spurs against the defending champions. But all right. Now, of course, it is prediction time. A lot of games for tonight. So rapid fire, like we usually do, Ja. You know how it goes.
Yeah, I know how it goes.
All right. The Suns or the Pistons?
Suns.
Suns. The Wizards or the Celtics?
Celtics.
Okay. Yeah, I got the Celtics. With the Wizards defense, Jaylen Brown, Jason probably brought 50 apiece.
Probably.
The Thunder or the Knicks?
Knicks.
The Knicks as well, but it's tough because the Thunder have been playing. They just play hard every night, so they could win at any game.
Yeah, that's true.
The first game that we'll be covering, first primetime game that we'll be talking about, which hosts, I guess, the media title is brother versus brother, LaMelo and Lonzo. But I don't care about that. It's really more about Brandon Ingram and Gordon Hayward. And Zion, I guess. Well, I had to throw in Zion. The media love that. But yeah, it is the Charlotte Hornets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Who do you have?
Pelicans.
I'm going with the little upset. I got the Hornets.
Hey, the Hornets been playing good. Can't go against that.
Yeah, the Hornets have been playing good. But it seemed like every team has been playing good except the Raptors. The Magic. the Magic or the Rockets?
Rockets.
I got the Magic. I'm jumping back on the bandwagon train.
Yeah, well, y'all got Shaq and Penny.
Don't do that. Come on, man. The Nets or the Grizzlies? As right now, we don't know if Kyrie's playing. So, but either way,
I'm gonna go with the Nets. I think they're gonna bring up the momentum.
Yeah, I'm going. It's not looking good for my surprise team because Ja Morant. We need him back. We need him back badly.
He's out for how many weeks has it been? I thought it was like 3-4 weeks, right? It's like a whole month.
Yeah, he's been out for the past like week and a half, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I got the Nets. The disappointing Jazz against the Bucks.
I feel like they need something to bounce back. I got the Jazz.
Okay, that's not a bad pick, but I got the Bucks.
Sorry, I'm not gonna start it. I'm not
even gonna go. The second primetime game that we'll be talking about, which is a rematch from the game from 2 nights ago, which of course battle in California. Once again, the Clippers and the Warriors. Who do you have?
Warriors.
Oh, you got the Warriors. Okay. I'm gonna agree with you. I got the Warriors as well.
Yeah.
Next up, the rematch of the 1990 finals. In the 90-91 finals between the Bulls and the Lakers.
That's so disrespectful. And
between Zach MJ Levine and LeBron Magic.
I got LeBron Magic.
Yeah, I got LeBron Magic as well. And lastly, the upsetting Toronto Raptors against the Sacramento Kings.
You know what? I'm going to give them some faith. I'm going to go with the Raptors here.
What?
Nothing. Your face tells it all. I know who you're going with. Just forget it. Just move on.
I was just thinking.
I need some faith, man. I swear.
I got the Kings. I just been really upset with how the Raptors have been playing. Like really upset.
And you can thank Miles P for that.
I don't understand. Like the Raptors are always good in the regular season. Mm-hmm. Every single year for at least the past 8 years, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect this in the playoffs. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. They playoff curse. Their spell has been broken since they won the chip. So none of that from the playoffs. But this is just 1-6 from the Raptors.
Is that the worst They're right along with the. I think the
Is their worst
Pistons.
start in their franchise? No, please.
No, not that. I think the Pistons and the Wizards surpassed them now. So I think they're the worst franchise in the league right now.
I think the Wizards are. I mean, the Pistons have the same record. Well, the Pistons play one extra game, so they're 1-7. So they have the worst record. But of course, that is the kings of mediocrity. So the Pistons, of course. So I'm not surprised. But the Raptors are. Come on, the Raptors at the same level with the Pistons down below.
Hey, things. I don't know, bro. To be honest, I don't know. Don't ask me no questions anymore, man. I don't know about that team.
It's just embarrassing.
But anyway,
what?
I used to have a hat with that team.
Where's your hat? Where's your hat? Where's your hat?
I threw it away.
Oh, now you threw it away.
Yes.
Oh, so when the team's not winning, you just throw it away and you find another team, right?
I threw it away because DeMar left.
Wait, but yet when they won the chip, he had FaceTime me. He was wearing the hat, and he was like, "Yay!"
You remember that?
Yeah, nigga, I remember that. So, you're such a casual. What?
Stop that, bro.
But anyway, now I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts? Oh, I'm surprised that you didn't do your casual rant about what people saying about Kyrie.
Because like it's no need, because I know the pawns are gonna come out and try to violate. So it's like, there's no need. I'm gonna make them talk. His game is gonna do the speaking. But quick question, just a quick question before we go off, right? I know even though he didn't have the best game last night against the Nets, but has Joel Embiid reclaimed his spot as like
the best
top
center in the league?
Yeah, best center in the league.
They might have. I think they still do have the best record, or at least a top record in the league. But if you watch them play, you can't give all the credit to Embiid. It's the system that they have, it's the players that they got, and it's also Doc Rivers coaching.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say as of right now. Of course, Jokic benefits from his system with Mike Malone and benefits from the player he has with Jamal Murray and the players he has down in Denver. But I feel like it can't change right now. I have to see more.
Okay. All right.
But all right. Also, I don't think we mentioned Steph Curry, but we hope Steph Curry is okay.
Oh yeah,
with COVID and speedy recovery, and hope nothing else happens between the Sixers in terms of COVID or the Nets.
Exactly.
But all right. With that being said, thank you guys for watching today's pod. Make sure you tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And also follow our Instagram page down below in the description.
And once again, I'm Evan.
And I'm Ja.
And this was the Mind of Basketball Podcast.